Okay. So I was just sitting here thinking, like, a lot of people are struggling with, well, I don't know if they're struggling, I don't know. But, like, I feel like for me, I had little laugh emojis sent at me and stuff, and like things kind of like poked at me where it's like, ha ha ha, you're gonna be celebrating 4th of July, 4th of July, and then on Sunday you're gonna be celebrating Mexico playing in the World Cup. And I'm just like, you know what? It's a little rude, and like, it's whatever. Like, I care enough to, like, okay, let me just kind of put a disclaimer out there, or like a little this out there for it. But it's like, come on, guys. Like, how am I not American enough to, like, celebrate 4th of July and love it and love my country, other than it's like obvious problems, okay? Like, no nation is whatever, but come on. Like, exclude the terrible things that happen, okay? Because terrible things happen everywhere. But like, like, and not being able to also celebrate Mexico. Well, you know, like, obviously I'm gonna do whatever I want, but like, the fact that some people really do get affected over this, and because like, it's just like, how can I describe it? It's just like for me, it's just like, ugh, like, it's just like unnecessary. And I did struggle with it when I was younger, where it's like, you're too Mexican to be white, obviously, but like, or American white, but you're too white to be Mexican, because I'm not Mexican. Like, I'm not literally any other countries than the US, because I was born in the US. Like, I only have a US like passport, a US birth certificate, social security number. I got it all, you know. Like, I was born in Cali, you know, and then I lived in Minnesota. Like, bro, Midwest. How more American can you get from the Midwest, you know? And like, I feel like a lot of people that are like born of immigrant parents, or people who were born from, you know, just different cultures, different nationalities, like their parents are, or their blood comes from there, like, you're not like enough of one thing to another. And I've seen a lot of obvious like TikToks and stuff like that, where people like kind of say, hey, ow, that kind of hurts, but like, we're gonna play it off. But in all reality, when it really kind of boils down, that's just fucking rude. Like, really, like, that's just really rude. Who are you to tell me who I can root for? I'm sorry, the US soccer men's team sucks. We didn't even know they were playing. No one gave a fuck, because they suck. They're terrible. I'm not gonna root for that. I'm not an idiot. I'm loyal to my country, not an idiot. Okay? Like, and that is the beautiful thing about, I'm so happy I'm born in a free country. I could never be born in a place that doesn't allow me to think like how I think now, to my own free will. People hate me here because they're like, I wish I could do that. You can, Pookie Boo. You can. You can totally do that. You can do whatever you want. But apparently people can't do that in other countries, and I don't want to ever experience that. Ever. I was just talking about it today with my aunt. We were just talking and stuff, and and we were just talking about how like people talk shit about us all the fucking time, and they do talk a lot of smack about her, and it's so rude, and it's like, what do you guys care? None of you guys are paying nothing. So I don't know why you guys care. And same thing with me. It's like, okay, what do you mean I'm not too white or too American? Like, if anything, when I go to Mexico, they're like, ¿Qué quieres, güera? Pásale, güera. You know, like, they're like, oh, you're totally American. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Like, I'm kind of guessing what it means, but, you know, I can only assume. Sorry, man. But, like, yeah, I just kind of want to put that out there, put a little disclaimer, put a little whatever on this subject, because it is 4th of July, 4 de Julio, and I was just kind of like looking at, because I put obviously, you know, like my cute little US shirt, little America, and whatever, and even like my white pale skinned friends, some are like, like, oh, like they're apologizing to me in a sense, but at the same time it's like, bro, I'm from Michigan. You know, like, I'm white, like, I'm a American citizen. I don't think that comes with the color. I think color is all about sun and melanin and where you are geographically. You know, like your biological makeup kind of designs that for those places. Like, that's why there's certain animals in certain areas, because their biological makeup is only designed for that specific ecosystem. You know, like where certain frequencies of light hit the strongest is the color you're gonna get. So weird, you know. I don't understand why people don't understand that, and that skin color has nothing to do with like how you behave as a human being. It's literally geographic location. But anyways, maybe I'm just ignorant, and maybe I'm just whatever, or maybe I'm just a dumb American, right? Which all could be valid and true at the same time. But I don't speak that on me. I feel like I'm anyways, I don't know what else to say. I feel like that was all. I wanted to defend my case in being American, because I've never said it. I've never really said it out loud. USA, you know, but I genuinely have patriotism for my country. I love my country. I love being an American. I love how we helped as a country. I love the freedom that we get, the access to think outside of the box, to do and run businesses, and capitalism, and having the ability to sell and whatever, even though a lot of other countries do the same thing, but just having that just upper hand of being a pretty good country. Like, it's been running for 250 years. That's pretty freaking awesome, when other countries have not succeeded in that, and some other countries are still running on monarchs. Like, come on, guys, get it together. And then when, like, the fact that people are traveling here, you know, to the US and Mexico. I've been to Mexico. I love Mexico. But that's the thing. It's like, you guys, that's like my mom's house, you know? Like, well, not even really, because she was like here since she was 15. So my mom's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what's out there. She's just like, I don't know anyone out there. I don't know what just away me. She's like, I'm just American now. My grandma, she would be maybe the best bet, and even then she's just like, I would never. Don't. But yeah, it's just like, it is a really good country, and that's why people come here. But I just feel like people just need to be more proud of who they are, and less rude and offensive. How about we try that? Be more open in the uniqueness of every single person, because there's not a single person who's the same, and embrace the similarities, right? all the similarities that people around you have, and just focus on, how about you niche down in your relationships? Have you ever thought about that? Everybody's trying to niche down on their videos. Everybody's trying to like niche down in something. Bitch, niche down in your relationships. Understand what's good and understand what's not, and then focus on that. You know? Like, how about, like, you like pottery, right? You like pottery. You're not gonna go and freaking hang out with a construction worker and talk about pottery. That doesn't even make sense, right? You're gonna go and see, hey, construction worker, you like building big houses. You know what I like to build? Bird houses. How about you help me? I like to bird watch. How about you help me, teach me how to build bird houses, little tiny baby house. I love miniatures, actually. Fuck the bird houses. I love miniatures. How about you help me learn how to use tools that would help me in my craft, right? And you know what? I'm actually really good at digital products, or I'm really good at advertising and marketing. How about I help you out, market your business? And now we're friends. And you see how I embrace that other person's differences and likeness, and we didn't even fucking talk about pottery. And I like pottery, but you know where I'm gonna go talk to people about pottery? At a pottery studio. That's where you would go and talk to people there. Talk to people there. They're already there, you know. And I don't know why that came up, but go have fun, be friends with people. Everyone who's out in the 4th or where, well, actually it's late now, and I'm gonna post this late. So no one is out. I didn't get invited to a boat. Rude. I don't know why people don't think about me like that. Like, Jenny would like to be on a boat. Jenny would love to be anywhere near water and sun at all times. At all times. I don't know why people don't just hit me up and be like, hey, you want to go somewhere? Actually, no, my sister didn't, and I didn't go. Never mind. Don't invite me. I don't know what to do with my life. But yeah, had a good day today. I forgot, totally forgot that the whole purpose of these videos that I was gonna post were like video blogs, like, not, well, obviously they would be video blogs, but like a diary kind of deal. So I feel like I was slacking, and now that July has started, I feel good about myself for the reason that I am being more productive. It's my birthday month, and I'm gonna be productive, and I'm gonna get shit done, and it's gonna be oh my god, I'm not gonna lie though, the realization of age hit me, and I don't feel good about it. I don't want to age. I don't want to get older. But at the same time, I want to get older. I want to get as old as I can. I want to be as old and old and old and old, but I want to look good the whole time. That's why I feel bad, because what if I don't look good as an old lady? I want to be like a diva when I'm old, you know? I want to be like 75 with pink and blue hair or something like that, and like climbing mountains and jumping off waterfalls and shit like that, and just kind of testing death every day, you know? Like, alright, bitch, let's see what you got for me today, you know? And I'm really excited, but then I think about like I'm poor. I got no money. I can't do all that. I'm gonna have to wait until I'm 75. Yeah, it's just, nah, it's fine. It'll be good. I'm really excited again. I feel like today I'm just like talking about the realization of it because my birthday's coming up, and I'm really excited. And also, I feel like I just sent out the invite, but I had a couple people, like about 10 people, they're like, I totally want to go, I want to, like, they already confirmed, they're staying at a hotel or whatever nearby and stuff, it's gonna be lit. But then I had other people that I'm like, why haven't you responded? I thought you'd be like, done, yeah, of course, yeah. But it's like, okay, what are you doing? What are you doing? But then I think about it and it's like, you know what? I want to be surprised that day. I want to see the people who really, really actually take the time and support and want to be there and like will do the effort to be my friend. It's not that I'm gonna cut people off, but I might cut people off. You know, like it's just like that instinctively I feel like I will actually cut them cut them off, but like I might just distance myself and time will just kind of do its own thing. And obviously if they weren't serious, they weren't serious, and I just don't want people like that around in my life. I feel like this lifespan is just too short because everything just happens so fast. You know, like I literally cannot believe everything really does happen that fast. And I understand when people are like, you know, I don't know why people don't celebrate their birthdays, but at the same time, maybe the fact of the fear of getting older, the fear of dying, the fear of other people dying, the fear of like just crippleness of your body and the aging and the wrinkles and the people not liking you. But then it's like I realize, and it's like people don't really like me now, and I look freaking good. You know, like, so enjoy every moment with the people that you do have and love on those 3-4 people at most, because no one has an abundance of friends. Nobody, not a single human being, I think, is supposed. This is why you're supposed to love yourself so much. Like, this is why literally God, it's all freaking clicking to me right now. This is why God said, love yourself, or love one another, right? Love yourself as much as your neighbor, whatever. Love your neighbor as much as yourself. And because when you really do start walking through that self-love journey and you really start romanticizing your life again and just being that childlike person, and if you had a shitty childhood, healing that baby, right, that little child, healing them and giving them that childhood you never had, you know, like really transforming that image of your childhood. Because like I lied to myself and I had not the greatest childhood, or I mean it's not the dream childhood I wanted, and I don't really have the dream adulthood I wanted either. But I lied to myself, and all the bad parts, one, I kind of visualize it, right? And I tell that, you know, I tell little Jenny, and I'm just like, you're safe now, you know, like I'm the adult now, and I see you, and I picture the baby Jenny, you know, and I'm just like, let's just change that picture. Let's erase all the negative, right? All this, you know, they hit you on this day, but what was good on those days, you know? Like, if you really had no days and you were literally abused every single day, how could you transform that? How could you transform that? If you were, let's just say, beat every day, or, you know, essayed every day, or a lot, or as soon as you get out of there, as soon as you get out of that, it's a long road. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's a long road. But you read books of other people who also went through the same thing, and you realize that you're not, like, you're special, but you're not special, you know? Like, you're not the only one with that experience, and the reason why you're not the only one with that experience is so you have other people to talk about it with. So their ideas and the way they process things and the way they process that pain and what they did with it, maybe it can help you. Or maybe how you process it is actually going to help someone else. Maybe you needed to go through that because the way that you were going to process it very specifically was going to help so many other people go through get out of that too, you know? And be able to help. Again, you don't know who you're going to reach. Every single person is so uniquely made that only you, if you continue to love yourself, other people maybe with seeing how you love yourself, maybe that's the only love they've ever seen in their whole entire life. Just maybe you're the only love they've ever seen expressed ever, and they just want to know how you did that. And if you don't continue, then maybe that person doesn't get freed from that, you know? And so I feel like nothing that I was talking about earlier, but at the same time I bring it back to maybe me speaking out on the fact that it's really effing rude to criticize people's support and encouragement, because it's not like me celebrating the 4th of July, it's not like I'm hurting anyone. It's not like I'm celebrating, the Nazis or something. I'm celebrating my country, my patriotism, the blessing to be in a country where I can post a video online and say whatever the F I want. And even then, I'm getting a couple restrictions here because I've had one video taken down already. So apparently not fully freedom of speech here, guys. But still, I'm blessed to be in a country that is built of brave men and women. Not just men, brave men and women. And the fact that us women can build businesses and own businesses and, have the men be responsible for things like, child support or something, or, holding people accountable. We have the liberty and the power of a power system that allows us to also uphold the law, even as citizens, no, bitch, I get the liberty to say, back the fuck off my shit, don't touch my stuff. These are just laws that are here. Why? Because I'm an American citizen. I can speak my mind. I can go and talk, fight for what I believe. Or, I can be outside, a building and be like, no, fuck y'all. I don't like what y'all doing. They can also be like, no, bitch, I don't like what you're doing. You can get out. I can carry a gun, bro. That's badass. That's so badass. Just don't hurt anyone. Don't be an idiot. Don't be whatever. But I can have one. I can have a license to carry. How freaking awesome. Conceal and carry, okay? Safety first, everybody. But how freaking awesome is that? I don't have to steal it from people who are hoarding it, these lords of substances. Substance lords. Yeah, and being able to read. You know how underestimated maybe, or I don't know, undervalued that gift of knowledge, education, and reading is? One, because we don't take advantage of it. Well, I feel like we have opened ourselves up a little bit more with TikTok and stuff and the social media world. But the fact that it's no, guys, we need to write. Physical papers. If we have one country or one person running the whole internet, this is a good form to have it on, but back up everything. Write. physical copies, okay, of everything. Yeah, journal, write, express yourself. Don't hold anything back, because I feel like, yeah, we're a great country and all, but I feel like we need to be a great world. We're all human, you know. I love visiting other countries. I want to have that same liberty and same access and same awesomeness everywhere, but with everybody's uniqueness. Like, I love going to Mexico and just being able to, like, know that not being Mexican technically, like, you know, that I could eventually still run businesses out there. Also, I'm kind of American in that sense, but you know, like, and I have friends and I have people and family there, and it's like, I love their uniqueness. But again, I don't like the bullying. I don't like the people telling me, bro, you can't fucking do that, you can't support Mexico. I mean, yeah, I get it, they're joking, I hope, but like, under every joke is some truth. And it's like, bro, that's just rude. Like, the Americans telling me that I'm too Mexican to be American, that's racist as fuck, okay, and rude as fuck. And traumatizing a bit, you know, a little, just gonna put it out there, it's a little bit traumatizing, okay, because it makes people be other people that they're not. I will never be a blonde hair, blue-eyed babe, because I don't have blue eyes, and I would never want to be. Like, I've seen the struggle. No thanks. I like my struggles. I like my own struggles, and I'm hot in my own sense, and they would never be me. You know, like, no one can ever be me, and I can never be you, and I don't want to be, but I can never be you, you know. That's a blessing for you. Lucky you, because, you know, but yeah, just be a better you always. And thanks again for the couple people who are watching my video diaries. I guess at this point it's just like Jenny's video diary, right? Because am I ever really saying like important stuff? Probably not. You know, like, I'm usually just kind of like onto the phone. Eventually, one year, one day, one moment, one chance, one opportunity. Just kidding. But for real, I will maybe discover, like, oh, this is what this is supposed to be, and then, like, but then at that point, maybe text, or who are you? YouTube. You're different. I don't know, man. Because I real, like, when I realized that I've been a YouTuber for about 15 years, because I've had videos like way back, right? And yeah, that's me. That's really me, guys. This is what I grew up to be. Yeah, that it's kind of cool that I never took them down. Super awesome that they were in the internet. And like, yeah, I think it's just really cool that it is up there, and I get to reminisce and like look back into just like all those videos of my family and the things we did, and like the little light show that I have on there. Me and my brother just, it's actually kind of funny, and oh my god, I'm gonna cry again. Wow. Just seeing the fact that like me and my little brother had always wanted to be YouTubers, and it was always for like the love of the sport, you know. Like, if like the fact that it's up there, and it's proof that we've always wanted to do videos together, and that now at this time in my life, me and my brother are doing videos again, and it's just like, how cool, you know, like, and they're actually taking off, but that's all because of his work, his like mind, because trust, these videos, what, like, get 2 views, if that, within like what, days, and I do it for the sport of being in front of the camera, right? Like, I love being in front of the camera, I love just being on camera and on the internet. I love being just out there. I want whoever wants to watch it, watch it. I don't care. I love it. I love being just here interacting with myself because like you guys aren't there, but you guys are there, you know. I see you guys. I see you. I picture you guys. I feel you guys, and it's like I just think it's such a blessing to be born in a country where I can do this, and that my dream of like being in front of the camera, something so silly, maybe for many, but that I can do it, you know, like I have the liberty to do it. And I want to thank all the people who have served, who have fought, because I could never, ever do that. I can't even wake up early in the morning, so trust, I could never. So I'm so eternally blessed and thankful and grateful that I was born in this country and in this time of life, social media and all of that. And I just want to, I hope that everyone else, whoever watches it, that you guys also express yourself. And if you are in America, be the best you can be, because you have that liberty. There's a lot of countries who don't. There's a lot of people who will never see this video or whatever, or any type of video like this, because they're not allowed to. That's horrible. That's absolutely horrible to live where your country is getting attacked at all times. You live in constant fear. You're born into fear. That's terrible. You're born into just eternal poverty. Horrendous. If you were born into a place where they just constantly do witchcraft, or a country where they're, you know, cannibals, you know, or whatever, like, or you're like born in the freaking Amazon, and you get just like monster creatures trying to freaking eat you. Unless if you're born in Florida, you don't have that here. You don't have that here. Anywhere. We have DNRs. Thank you for your nature service. You guys are very underrated. Hold on. But yeah, I had to blow my nose because that bitch, I was crying. I'm always crying. But honestly, crying makes it just so much better. Learn to cry, guys. Learn to let it all out. I want to scream and shout and let it all out, right? Like that? Yeah. Anyways, I feel like I'm gonna end it here because I want to go walk Mary. I am gonna post this because happy 4th of July for everyone else outside of the country who's not celebrating the 4th of July. I just want to say I love you guys. I love everybody, because I genuinely do. I love the human race. And I just, right now, we're in a celebration part of our human race here. And then tomorrow I will be celebrating Mexico's win. I am sorry, France, but Mexico's winning. Okay, porque sí, bro, it's happening. It's happening. I'm telling you, they're winning. They literally absolutely have to. Why? One, because it's freaking Mexico. Like, and I will be celebrating that. Why? Because in my sangre, I'm Mexican. In mi sangre, I'm Mexican. In mi sangre, I'm also Honduran. Just gonna let y'all know. And then story, they tell me apparently might be descendant of Hernan Cortez, because he's Spaniard. And so when the Spanish came, they went to the Congo, grabbed people from the Congo, right? And then went to Honduras. That's where half of me is from, right? So they got conquered there, whatever. Descendancy, I was born from that part of Spain. And then on my mom's side is like, I had the Spanish go into Mexico, right? And then they conquered and took their women, whatever, blah blah blah, descended down there from that. So like that's where we get the strong, where I get the strong Spanish side of it. Also with the, like it's just like, I don't know, it just comes down to I'm everything. I'm part of this world, but I'm technically outside of this world. Ooh, alien life. Okay, bye.